let's see if we can pull this off now. Because I understand this better. And I kind of know I can't lose the Daikuji. Because, like, for once I could use the game-breaking bug to my favor. Alright. I guess I probably shouldn't have taken out those loans, because the first thing I do need to do is improve the opinion of the Ashikaga. Their current opinion is 97.5. Yeah, that'll... Yeah, 47. That's fine. Alright. Okay. Well, let's keep appointing some people here. A master administrator is actually very helpful. And I kind of need a third one to just be a dunce. And I probably shouldn't make him outrightly a dunce, but you never know. Anyway. Okay. So, cabinet. That's fine. I hate struggling to interact with things out here. Okay, cabinet. There we go. So you should do the admin one that I want. We form a new primary culture. Interesting thought. Yeah, you just do diplomatic endeavors. It doesn't seem to really matter for a lot of these, but yeah, we're going to try and do centralization. And, I don't know, like stability would be good, in theory. Or legitimacy would be good, rather. Because that just lets me fund my court less. If I look at it from that way, it's saving money. Competing great power, yeah. The time to strike, no. We obviously can't win. It'll take a long time before we can win. You know? Profess trust. Our mutual trust. The problem is I don't actually know what trust does yet. Like... So it's kind of tough. Alright, I could potentially just be getting that one a lot, which could be a problem. Alright. Now, I'm wisely going to, before the winter really sets in, send my troops into the lowlands, because you can't move them out of mountains in the winter and they take attrition. Alright. I just have to trust the trust. Yeah, apparently. Noble's Regency. Yeah. Oh shit, right, routine. Right, let's get organized religion. And Hein and Cow. Discover a good beer can. Get that legitimacy up. Unfortunately, it's going to increase the cost of the court a little bit, but that's okay. So yeah, the shogunate's closing itself off. Alright. So we know a few things now. For example, we know that the Ashikaga shogunate cannot make professional soldiers. That is really bad for them. Put bluntly. Let's pass autocracy. so we get a little more crown power. 209. I'm hoping like we get enough crown power and just maybe it'll hold together. You know? I want to be able to pass whatever the hell I can here. Do I get anything of value here? Communalism. Yeah. Alright. The Philosopher's Stone. Fools, you'll get no money out of this. Alright. But yeah. So, I don't know. We're just going to have to wait until the Ashikaga actually like us enough that I can build things. And I'm just going to continue losing prestige, I guess. Luckily, there's no negative prestige in this. But yeah. Good news is the Ashikaga almost like us enough that I'll be allowed to build things. Despite us basically being rivals as they back a separate emperor, and there's an entire situation about us being effectively at war. We can smooth things over, you know? I don't think the court supporters really seem to matter all that much. So we'll see. But the end requirements literally have nothing, basically. Like, there is no way to end the Nanbokucho Jidai without one of the imperial families getting fucked. So, that's fine by me as far as I'm concerned. Alright. Jamming. Countries available. Yeah, there's honor and all that, and I have to figure out how that works. Still haven't yet, but I'm often literally just tripping over new things to learn. So theoretically, you can have a better education, say. Gallant. Good. I don't know. I mean, it says, ooh, Eric can have a better education, but really, can they? And I mean, realistically, what do these do as a ruler? You know? Yeah, has no active. Which is going to be a problem. Our heir. Yeah, a regent. I think I'll just leave it unbalanced, you know? I think it balanced is actually better than focusing on one of them anyway, if I do the math in my head. That said, I should probably pass some laws here. We'll not have any censorship, and we will not have an examination system. Yeah, I should probably rival some people. The Great Juan, King of Goryeo. Hostile rhetoric. Antagonism received, that's fine. We're not attacking anybody. You know? They're just all of our rivals on the mainland. I don't have to care about that. I'm not really a country. There's definitely some air quotes around all that. Alright, apparently the shogunate finally likes me. So, each one of these that I can build. Weird. We cannot build a Shonzaku as there are already Saigoku peasants. In Zaku. I don't know what the hell that means. But we'll build. As we do. And maybe take out a lot of money. 55? You got it. Have a little extra over. Because each one of these that we build gives us a hard 0.5 gold, so. That's what I had struggled with last time, was realizing that profit doesn't actually matter because profit doesn't go to me. Profit, as far as I can tell, goes to the Ashikaga. The court can handle a little criticism. Anyway, it looks like they've made even more available for us to buy here. Yep. So yeah, our income comes from buildings abroad now. I should probably... oh, pardon me. I should probably consider building it in other places. Then theoretically I can adjust... Does it fucking matter if it makes money? I keep being like, oh, I should try and maximize the profit. Why the do I care? These just provide me, like, basically tax money. I basically collect my tax and don't care. So... might as well, right? Here's the possible production methods, and I'd like to, like, figure out a little more about that, and if any of them are actually worth it. But, like, I don't know. Finding where to adjust production methods in this game is already so hard, I can barely do it. There we are. I finally found it. Anyway, the answer is apparently fiber crops. So, cool. We're growing cotton, hemp, and flax. Alright, works for me. Like, the Tatara is, in theory, better. I think. So, we cannot quite afford to construct it anywhere we want. Hold on. So there exists some others here. Gold donor is 0.05, so it's not exactly good. Show. Trade office. Trade capacity owner, in theory. Okay. Kofuku would be good. But those have to be built. Like, by a thing. So there's not really much we can do about that. I don't know. We'll set one up out on the Kanto plane. Makes sense. Best I can think to do. Anyway, after it's built, I think in theory, because I have a lot more income, I'll get more credit. And I'm pretty sure my entire goal is to basically take out an incredulously stupid amount of debt. I think that's my goal. I don't know what my goal is, in truth. And at this point, I admit I'm a little afraid to ask. I don't know why that's just counting into the negatives. Lack of access to goods, I see. Fair enough. Well, let's build another one, I guess. Yeah, guild before country. Yeah, we can lose 7 stability, whatever. Alright. Max literacy for burgers. Purity. Happier peasants. There. RGO good improvements, or is that not possible? No, that is not possible as far as I know. Yeah, open RGO builders. It's not possible to expand farms in a location we don't own. Yeah. To be fair, the buildings I am building are basically RGOs, though. So it's less of a quandary about that, you know? Like, the show-in do literally produce, like, goods. Not food, importantly, but, yeah. Yeah, eventually we discovered banking, I think, and that should help. Yeah. That one's just going to be forever because I don't know why. Yeah, they're both in the Kyoto market. It should have its access. Okay, I can just cancel it and I can build another one elsewhere. In theory, I can. Ah, the Age of Renaissance. I'll take a military focus. I've placed Dallas Court. Yeah, it is weird. I don't know if it's any different than the clans functionally, but, you know. Yeah, people are building a lot of Tataras there. But yeah, I have to build all these Shoin. Each one of these Shoin gives me just a hard 0.5 income. So, like, they're good. Well, yeah. Most of them, anyway. I don't know why some of them are slightly less. Might be something related to control. There's not enough masonry in the Kyoto market. Ah, yes. In that case, we just build it up here. It doesn't really matter where it's built, right? So, just build the Shoin. So they're money printers. They print, yes, basically. We are building a tax base, is I think what this is supposed to represent. 1342, what happened to 1444? Yeah, that's a good question. There's also a limited number that can be constructed in every province, so I don't know. Like, we've just got to build as many as we can faster, I think, than everyone else, and it's fine. Maybe. Well, we'll find out, you know? Still no masonry available. Real shame about that. But yeah. Each showing does seem to help a fair bit. Mint more money since you have no inflation. I'm not sure if I have inflation. That's the problem. Sorry, legitimacy. Yeah, I can mint some amount of money for sure. Yeah. That would be even. I'll reduce it just by a little bit though. So that's nice. One moment, I have to once again max out a loan. Build more show-in. Alright. Like I say, we could keep building this tax base, and then assuming I can ever pay off my debt, which I will admit is still only a maybe. You know? Like, no matter what, I'd basically lose 70 stability, right? So, I'll just wait. Because I don't think I'm ever going to actually bother to force through anything. Yeah. Generous merchant family. Our court needs the money. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, the unprofitability is functionally irrelevant. But, like, we could kind of just see where we're at here and note that, like, 60% of my expenses are just interest. And, like, I'm gonna be real here. I'm pretty sure I can get rid of diplomatic spending. I can cut my army maintenance in half. And, borrow enough gold to build 2 more of these fucking things. You know? Sounds good to me. They pick up 1337 is the start date they picked, and it's significant as, among other things, the start of the 100 Years' War. And, I don't know. The game ends in 1837 now. Once the debt's paid, you'll be swimming in money, basically. But unfortunately, anyone who's ever basically played, like, any Tycoon game, which I'm going to be real here, I'm basically playing Cookie Clicker Tycoon right fucking now, you know? Knows that you need to debt max in any situation like this. Like, you never actually pay off the debt. It's way more expensive over there. Like, you debt max in this. Personal recommendation. Fuck off. Alright. Well, the Tenmo cannot have a royal marriage, apparently. No valid characters are available. Alright, I see. So my only option is apparently fucking marry a lowborn. Good job, Paradox. To the disgrace of the court. Oh, Lord. God, they're so expensive down south. I should probably not build them down there, but I kind of just want to fuck with everyone else. Yes, the best shit laid. I don't know why the show in Inseta is stalled, but I'm just going to delete it, and I'm going to build another one. You know? Pretty early, mostly unified Japan. Well, it's the shogunate. I'm going to point out under the hood here, there are about 35 daimyo. I am technically a rogue emperor. Don't tell the shogun that. We swear we're just out here building farm estates, sir. Nothing wrong. Artist for the ranks. This is weeaboo HRE. You're not wrong. It kind of is just the weeaboo HRE at this point. Except as a vassal, which is doubly weird, because I'm not actually a vassal. I'm a member of the shogunate, but I'm importantly not a vassal. What's going on here? Lack of access to goods. Yeah, fair enough. Keep building them. Some of these are definitely having some trouble here. Good. But it's fine. Yeah. 6 of my 7 7 expenses are interest. Perfect. So that one, I don't know why sometimes they will just stall like that. Expand the gravel road network. Promote castle works. Patch this since we'll have support. So request additional taxes. Parliament approved taxes. That's a maximum tax. That's nope. That's useless to us. Binding claw, yeah. Spent money cost. You know, wouldn't be bad to maybe do that. Blood. The problem is there isn't really any. Traditionalist. Oh yes, additional species. Court of culture. I don't know. Aristocratic court. Like, we're getting aristocracy, which I guess is fine. I need to have a look at my values and see if there's anything I can reasonably influence. Like, I can't seem to fight decentralization. I wouldn't mind moving towards, like, a capital economy, if I could somehow pull it off. Easier said than done, mind you. Education for the masses, yeah. Yeah, that's better. Spiritualist, clergy, estate, satisfactoriness. There's got to be something here that's actually kind of worth changing. But I don't know. I don't think there is. Other than maybe this. Where are we at on traditional or spiritualism versus like or traditional versus innovative? Okay, so that's actually really good. There we are. Let's get a court of culture. Yeah. Closed border policy. Yeah, no. That's fine. Alright, what else do I need? Well, we'll start there. No, that's not really much I can reasonably build. Alright. So we need to build another showing. Excellent. Keep building the showing. The estates have made able to borrow like 300 gold. Perfect. Great job, guys. Great job. Minister gains power. He's doing a great job. Saving money and wanted on it. Yep. Alright. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to click this a lot when the times come, you know? Yeah, some of these may stall, at which point I'll just rebuild them. Everyone is debt maxing. Mm-hmm. And then eventually I'll have an army, because I'll have debt. And I also now have manpower, because all of these show-in also provide me manpower. Finish August 20th, it says. Oh, 1346. Alright. Let's do that. Get those two built. You know? Like I say, if it stalls out for whatever reason, I don't need to know why it stalls out. Just that it stalls out. Like I said, the goal is to just build basically as many of these as we can. And once we have enough, who the fuck knows? Like, I admit I haven't thought out any further than line go up. Okay? I admit it. I have not thought past that. That's in the rival emperor. I don't know. The fact that we haven't rallied a bunch of daimyo to try and fight him, he's probably happy about this. That would be my assumption, anyway. If we have enough to build some more. Theoretically, there was an upper limit to how many of these I can construct, so I don't know. Eventually, I'll hit that. Then I'll pay off some debt. Then maybe I'll murder the Shogun and the other Emperor and perform the Great Restoration. And probably go bankrupt because Lord knows I'm not probably going to lose control of these buildings or some shit. Or even worse, I won't lose control of these buildings. I'll keep them even when I become a real country. And then I'm just going to laugh. Because then I'll have the double taxes. And it's basically just fucking over. I can't wait to become a real country and have my income fall by 90%. I'm fully prepared for that, mind you. But, that's okay. Yeah, these things happen. Alright. Like, I had a curiosity on this whole values thing. Assuming I can ever click on this. There is like concepts like capital economy that reduce bank interest. Yeah. There's part of the reason why I actually want to move towards capital economy if I fucking can. Like... I'm trying to fight decentralization, but I think the truth is I need to fight for capital economy. I need to pick the right fight, you know? Okay. Yeah. We are slightly moving towards capital economy. Good. Alright. I am prepared to negotiate with the peasantry. There is nothing of value to be gained. How about you guys? And nothing. Let's progress towards centralization. Alright, nobles, what have you got for me? Monetary fiefs, yeah. Monthly progress to innovative, yeah. Alright, so no one really has much here. Traditional economy, individualism, centralization. Okay. We don't have a whole lot. Free subjects, decentralization. First off, let's get rid of that. That's just a bad one in general. I'm sure the peasants will be uppity and angry with us, and I don't give a fuck. There. So, anyway, where was I? Looks like that one just kind of collapsed. That's fine. I need to build things. Get more showing. Yeah, I think it is a bit of a problem with the market or whatever. Anyway, how much more money can I take out? $600. Ah, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna keep it, I think, mostly to the coasts. That seems good. They seem to stall less, I think, for some reason. I'm not gonna pretend I understand. That's the one we can do there. Flick those cookies. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Just build a fuckload of these things. The Black Death. Yeah. Am I actually about to go bankrupt, or are we good? Oh no, they've already given me another 400 gold. Perfect. Alright. Hi, it's me. I've invented capitalism. In defense of the less fortunate. Let him continue writing. I don't know, in general we seem like we're moving towards free subjects, question mark. It's kind of tough to tell. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I wish I could get more people. Alright, well, we built a bunch. Ish. Hopefully some of these actually finish. Alright. We'll even repay a couple of these smaller loans. Yeah, the court needs the money. Alright, we've got another... I'm sorry. 800 in loans. Excellent. Let's get to work out here. Yep, okay. Just keep building. Future German is a forerunner of Asian capitalistic thought, and it's hilarious. Yep. Well, not really. I shouldn't say we're inventing capitalism, because realistically, we're just building more farm estates. God, our stability is terrible. Alright. Build the next round of showing. Half of them stall. This is fine. Anyway, alright. My expenses have reached, yep, interest is 22. Oh boy. Good news, stability is terrible for almost every player, so you're not alone. Yeah, that's fine. Just repay a little bit. Alright. Keep building, keep building, keep building. Alright. Really struggling with some of this, though. Okay, the rest I have uninstalled. Let's repay. At least a decent bit. Some of these look like they might actually finish soon, which should help. Decline of the Empire. % control in the region of the capital. Currently 0. That, yeah. Wow. Alright, I might actually care a little bit about stability then. Here you go, I can throw a couple bucks at it. But I really can't. Because I'm a little too debt maxed, I think. Yeah, income's climbing. Yeah, it's all actually built. Awfully distasteful. I don't know what the decline of the Empire disaster is kind of really concerning though. Like it could kill me because that bank interest. Oh lord. Ah yes, I'm glad that will be louder for every loan I repay. Anyway, given that that might occur to me soon, I am going to probably limit exactly what I end up doing here. Okay, so that's not my shit getting stalled. Good news. Apparently, I'm getting a lot of trade income now, too. I guess probably because my goods are getting sold or whatever. I don't know. I feel like I should probably spend on diplomacy. Or stability, I mean. And then just take out another grand in debt. And it'll be fine. Right, guys? It's gonna be fine. The problem is that 5% is, I think, legitimate. Is basically a plus 50%, so God help me. Alright. Holy income jump, Batman, yep. Oh, yeah, we're going to be extending loans for sure. Have another 900. But yeah. Alright. Ah, ambitious. Yeah. Another clan has been bred out of existence, I guess. I don't know. Keep extending. 500 manpower per month. Yeah. Oh no. I'm realizing at some point it's probably fine to just kind of keep doing this. Because here's what happens eventually. If something goes terribly wrong, I declare bankruptcy. I don't lose buildings from declaring bankruptcy. If I don't lose buildings for declaring bankruptcy, everything is fine. Alright. Yeah, because at this point, like, my income's 36. Yeah. Alright, I can take out nearly 2 grand. But, yeah, so there is the... Yeah, so declaring bankruptcy. So for 60 months, this is what happens if I declare bankruptcy. Which, don't get me wrong, this is terrible. But it doesn't fucking matter. Is it really bankruptcy if you don't lose anything? Yeah, exactly. So, like, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I have what amounts to a fucking duty to borrow as much money as I can to build as many of these fucking things as possible in this region. Now, I could probably help myself here. Shonen Buddha. Unfortunately, I'd have to do it for all of them. But, yeah, make masonry. Because we need more stones to build more of these. We have become a great power. You're damn fucking right, we're a great power. Like, God, do I need masonry badly. There. We're building one in literally every province in northern Japan now. And our build rate is functionally just a number. Based on how much fucking masonry we can produce out of these. So. I'm sure the Ashikaga will be weakened by the Black Death. Comment cited. It's an omen. Hey, all of my progress towards that got built. But yeah, every month we release additional stone. Okay. For the 2.0 ones, I'll repay, just so that way we can roll them into larger loans and I have to click less often. Alright, I've got another 1,500 already. Keep building, keep building. Every man will be alone his own farm. Yeah, right? Except I am every man, for I am the emperor. But yeah. See, this is why I had to fuck around for a few hours. Right? Because eventually, I discovered that I can turn, like, Japan into a cookie clicker. You know? We're just cutting out the middleman. Well, we're trying to cut out the shogun, so yes. I don't know, I'm just fucking extend it, whatever. Like, at this point, I've already kind of worked bankruptcy into the plan. You know? Like, we're going bankrupt. I promise. But it will be, and I can promise you all this, the dumbest, most spectacular bankruptcy you will ever see. And given most of us here are probably millennials and lived through 2008, Enron, and a few other things, that's a fucking high bar. 15 years. Decaying modifier. Oh, yeah. The Red Turban Rebellions. What might happen to the mandate? Anyway, I hear showmans can be constructed in this region. I am consuming all of the stone in many markets. It's not actually worth constructing if there's already there. The Jurchen Rebellion. Yeah, have fun with that. The Red Turban Rebellion situation. Not my problem. Yeah, it was a good point. Alright. Let's see how many more of these bad boys we make, okay? Okay. Manchuria breaks away. Yeah, I see shit's going to hell. Not really a huge shock. Alright. Sure, diplomatic capacity. Clearing of terrain. Ah, Master Masons. Yeah, no, I need that one for sure. Give me faster construction speed. Let's go. Alright. Let's keep building. So Rich once this bankruptcy settles itself. Yep. Really, I don't know, because you're actually investing in your business to produce profit, not having your losses on those businesses. True. But I didn't say I was Enron. I just said I was going to do a more dumb bankruptcy than Enron. Which, you know what? I stand by that this probably is a dumber bankruptcy than Enron. Alright. Okay, my income has reached 74. Is there any way I can see, like, what the Ashikaga's income is? So, is tax base annual? Total taxes from this location, 39. Okay, so they get about, like, it's quarterly. So they get about 1,200. I have 3/4 of the Ashikaga's income right now. And kill all the money lenders. Hey, come on. I like to think I'm slightly better than the average monarch bankrupt here. I'm not killing the Jews randomly. There aren't any of them to kill. This is true, but... Ugh. Alright. I'm sure there's a Japanese equivalent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the moneylenders were a caste. Let them cover. The real problem is I need a fucking auto clicker for extend loans. Big ass Imperial Army in our future, yep. Alright. Like, a lot of those provinces up north are maxing out. And oh man, that's going to be a problem. Because then I only have one market's worth of stone to rely on. No, there's not really any hard cap on manpower. As long as you keep having a monthly increase of manpower, you can store up to 5 years of it. And every one of these buildings I build, because this is a perfectly reasonable and balanced game, gives me 10 manpower and 0.5 gold. Alright. But I mean, we're doing it. So I suppose on the plus side, I can ditch our stability investment at this point. Reduce that. That'll help. Like, some of these seem like they just cannot be actually built in, which sucks, but... yeah. I don't know why those can't really be built in. Increased recruitment. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, no, we're just slowly building our way through here. It's good. From an English, buying calls in the Japanese market. Yes, I highly recommend buying calls on this totally not Egyptian wonder-shaped scheme I'm running here. This is, in fact, financial advice. Alright. Unfortunately, construction really has aggressively stalled. Yeah, there's negative 11 masonry. We cooked, boys. Sell, sell, sell. Alright. I have some bad news, everyone. It looks like we've reached the limits of infinite growth. We're continuing to build as much as we can, but it is very much limited by how much masonry we can get our hands on. And, like, I've got the Shoin doing as much as they can on the whole masonry thing. But it's pretty rough. Well. On the other hand, I'm kind of curious what happens if I don't press anything here. Because I note that the debt has been removed from my pool. So. Oh wait, no, it pauses the game, doesn't it? Oh damn. Fair enough. Anyway, look. I think it's about time. We will lose 50 stability. Yeah, that'll hurt. We'll keep going for a bit longer then. Let's try and sort things out for our stability's sake. Oh, yes. Improvements to the bureaucracy. Alright. But yeah. I don't know how we're not considered bankrupt yet. Like, I just want to point out that we physically couldn't hope to pay this back if we tried. Because I decided to aggressively expand well beyond our means. Like, we have to bankrupt at this point, and it's hilarious. Only 20,000 ducats in debt, yeah. But we have hyper-developed the north of Japan. I think it's because these two are actually like weirdly cut off from the market or some shit. I don't know. Try and build those, see what happens. Ooh, construction speed increased. Addition decay. Headhunting, sure. Intensive agriculture, why not? Alright. Alright. Well, it's been a good run, everyone. It has been a good run. Alright. We are, in fact, bankrupt. Which is a shame. On the other hand, we're bankrupt. Yay! Banish him. Yeah, there are things like Gosho. I don't know why I'd ever want to build this. Because it produced... Right, yeah. A mission... A trade office. Kind of tempting. We'll consider it. Alright. Okay, that did in fact hurt a lot. It blew up a lot of our shit. That's still fine? Question mark. Like, this is still fine, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, for the next 10 years, I can do nothing but build anyway because, you know, I have minus 90% army morale and all that. So there's not really any point in having an army right now, you know? Hold on, I need my fill my cabinet. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's going to push us right back to a traditional economy as well, but hey, it's fine. But yeah, no. Now I'm just not going to debt. Alright. Instead, I just build these the old-fashioned way for the next 10 or so years. Or, wait, I think it was 60 months, so actually only 5 years, right? Yeah. Yeah, 1360. Cool. It's fine by me. attempt stone becomes available. Alright. Favor enclosure. Yeah. No, favor the enclosure. Like, what else are we doing if not enclosure? Alright. Getting closer. Yeah, he must be punished. I don't know who that was. I assume a cabinet person. Yeah. Yes. 89 gold to hire people now, huh? Very well. And then just to have them immediately leave anyway. Kind of bullshit. No well. Alright. Just keep building. Masonry for more showings, yes. Mass build showings. Alright. Like I said, we produce these resources which allow us to build more. Tradition and influence. Let's keep building. Soon, eventually, you know, they turn map colored. Alright, 2 years into our bankruptcy. Still continuing to chug along here. Building more and more showings. Admittedly, it's pretty hard. We barely have anywhere near enough fucking stone. But, like, that's fine. You know? Decline. And we need to have a... Alright, never mind. We're apparently going to have to wait an extra couple of years, everyone. Because I did manage to have that. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. The decline of the Empire sucks, but it also is functionally irrelevant. So... who cares? So many buildings to build, so little time. It's a bit rough though. Yep. That's fine. Hey, there we are, plus 1.36 legitimacy. Yeah, we'll spend lavishly on the court. Alright, pause. Yeah. shit. Alright. But yeah, like, the number of showing we have is just kind of continuing to climb. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a bathroom break and BRB. Alright. The position of Hoju Tokiyuki. Yeet. Do I need to put more people in my court? Cool. You're in. Cool, you're in. Alright. So. Keep constructing all those. Construct as many as we can there. So, this is okay. Cost of the court. This doesn't quite seem to be, I don't know, expanding, which makes me feel weird. And it makes me worried. Maybe it is, like, but... yeah. I don't know. It seems like we've been stuck at 70 for a little while now, and I feel like I shouldn't be. It might just be that like is climbing slowly, because there's other issues as well with our income related to like trade and stuff. Tough to say. Oh yeah, construction speed minus 90% is probably a bit of a problem, ain't it? Yeah. Yeah, currently one. Alright. U5 being a cooked liquor. Yeah, it is. It really is. Am I allowed to buy the Renaissance? You know, like in EU4? Hopefully there's money though. Alright. That'd be cool. Just saying. The Nomen are getting uppity. Yeah, these things happen. I believe we've now crossed the threshold into free subjects. Military tactics, yeah. Quality is improving, which is helpful. Elite training policy. Country. Well, there are laws. I have no idea what a policy is, though. Like, we have the levy law. So, meh. Anyway. Ugh. Oh. Let's pause. So that way I can actually click all these things. It's a little laggy. There. Alright, 94. It looks like our money is increasing. And also our construction speed should be increased significantly. But yeah, we'll have to wait out a decline of the Empire, which sucks, but that's fine. Like I say, we're just going to keep playing Cookie Clicker for another 8 years or whatever it is. Because, like, at the current rate, you know, we gained roughly 20 gold in the last 2 years. So even if I assume linear growth on that, which most things in economics generally aren't, you know, it should be some form of exponential growth. I should make sure that I have more money than the Ashikaga could dream of. Yes, we've become a great power. Get fucked, everyone. We aren't a country, but we are a great power. You know? Alright. This is as fast as we can build. Theoretically, there are other buildings, right? Yeah. We must always attack. You don't interact with anyone outside Japan for rank controls, right? Yeah. I am able to. I don't really care to. I have no reason to. But, like, I guess theoretically, I could make friends with, I don't know, Korea and then start building in them. The Northern Yuan. How do you guys feel about us? You know, maybe we need to open up a new market. Maybe we need to open up a new market. Alright, well, I've spent as much as I fucking can on this court, so... There. Full legitimacy. Yes, we can deck wars. I mean, in theory, we can have an army as well. Like, we'll need that before I start decking any wars. But, you know. Usui. I don't know. It looks like those two aren't building either. And I don't know why. Like, they're not even the stalled ones. Or the ones that say stalled here. Another round on the mountain spine. Maybe also this one. It's tough to say. Fuck, that's gonna be expensive. Fools. When they realize you've gone off and start doing shit out of the country. First subject for you later. Conflict seizes power. Yeah. In theory. You certainly could do that. That might actually be a valid strategy at some point when they nerf cookie clicking. But right now, I'm not going to lie here. This seems like the optimum strategy. It feels like it's pretty hard to compete with this. King Clicker 5. Yeah, basically. Europa Uniclicker? Yeah. God. Oh no, our diplomats were exposed. We lose 20 prestige. I don't think we ever had any prestige to begin with. But yeah, 140 gold. I shouldn't have been panicking when I was at 75. Apparently it's fine. And so now we click some 2s. But yeah. Clicker Universalis 5 would be a better one, yeah. Japan Clicker Salis would be more accurate given we're in Japan. Something though. I don't know. Like, I had to fuck around for a solid couple hours before I could figure this broken shit out. So like my brain is at least a little bit cooked right now. You know? So I apologize for that. Because I had taken a lot of data. Having not watched any EU5, having not read any of the dev diaries, I just sat down and was like, alright, how the fuck do I bend this game over a barrel? You know? And here we are. It's something. So yeah, we're 4 years into the decline of our empire. Over it is loud yapping clouds taken back in. Yeah. The Tianwan Rebellion. This monk is becoming a real nuisance. So yeah, I don't know why, but it appears these 4 provinces, for whatever reason, I cannot actually build in. Why, I could not tell you. The Chen Rebellion. At least the warlords have their own internal issues too. The Great Yuan Dynasty. We are a fair bit stronger than them. Due to the money thing. Oh, hold on. So if I mess over them, Alright, guys. I make as much money as the Shogun. We have achieved parity with the Shogunate. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, whatever. We'll keep buying stability. Sure did wonders in our expense department. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like kind of continues to, honestly. And eventually it's just going to be down here to build, but I think it's pretty fair to say we have a power base in a specific locale. Lost control over Tibet. Yep. Alright. Like, the Emperor just said necessarily in the north when he's the southern court. Yeah. To be fair, we're the southern court here. This is the northern court. It's... I'm gonna be real here. To refer to either of our courts that way is mostly irrelevant. We're no longer a great power somehow. Kind of shocking. Alright. We're in positive stability. Let's get those. The Fang Rebellion. To be the Emperor of China. I can probably do it if I keep these buildings after I become landed. The unity of faith. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so 4 more years. God. Sometimes the lag. The Mao Rebellion. Oh shit, that's a separate province I apparently managed to miss. 0 out of 1. Get more masonry from building structure. These are producing masonry, Magus. At least some of them certainly are. I don't know, that sometimes they don't. Unfortunately, I don't really have the ability to mass change things that I know of. Like, there may legitimately be a way for all Shoin and Daikiji. Quarries, please. Do that. I don't even know what the Yon are doing. I don't even give a shit. Alright, let's slow down a little bit here. We're building masonry to make masonry. Yep. Alright. Still only 6 years into the disaster. I don't know what I've clicked on at this point, if anything. It's kind of impossible to tell. Golden year for culture. But yeah. Oh no, guys. The Kuge rebels. Look, I'll be real here, I don't actually own land, so I'm not sure rebels can do much to me, if anything. I'm kind of curious to see how they'll work at all. Or maybe I should take them really seriously, like they're going to run away with half my shit, you know? Guess we'll find out. That's part of the fun. I have no fucking clue. I barely know how to check my rebels. Yeah, you guys are angry as fuck with me for... Oh yeah, I forgot to call Parliament. Yeah, I guess that would do it, huh? There we go. Oops. Consolidated corruption of the elites. I see you managed to fucking get that one on me. Good job. We've got over 50 in the council. Alright. However many need to be built here. Alright, the north is officially developed. As developed as I can make it. Well, Whatever passes for development anyway. And here they are, CEO, something like that. Sure, why not? Let's have a royal marriage. Support a noble cabinet. There. The rise of Ming. Yeah. Good on him. Alright. I think that one just kind of stalled out a while ago. I'll try again. Very well. I'm also going to try building here again and see what happens. Because there's definitely enough masonry available now. Man of the Ming with our son. Whole country going through the damn construction boom right now. Yep. Welcome to Japan in 1988. Oh, hey, that one actually built nice. Yeah, I guess we can put them all out here. I think a little while ago we actually stopped for running out of masonry, so maybe things actually work now. The Nanping Loyalists. Hey, Runrig. Welcome to Cookie Clicker 5. I'm just building more showing. Oh shit, there's a province up there that's now available. Yeah, there was anyway. Some of these are going to start capping out pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see. Yeah. Abominations for Cookie Clicker sequel. Yeah. It's a pretty bad Cookie Clicker game, gotta say. Yeah, so 2 more years until the decline of the Empire is over. Then we start looking to develop the South. Okay. Well, I lost the building. So come on here. Oh, fuck off. Alright. Yeah, we've reached 7 across the board. Oof, that's a lot that are capping out. Yeah, the capital keeps flowing. So, on that note, how are we doing here, Ashikaga? We are slightly weaker than them. Yep. You can see our income though. Alright. Yeah, as we hit 8, another batcher gonna max out. I wonder how much higher some of these can go. I don't see anything above 10 so far, but you never know, right? Nine. That's a cap. If it turns blue, it seems to be a cap as far as I can tell. So those cap. Cap's at 10. Another cap at 9 there. Good shit. Then what? We build an army in Marsh Kyoto? Basically, yeah, that's the end goal. This is our pregame, really, to our little Meiji restoration that we're staging to overthrow the shogun. You know? Oh yeah, I should probably do research. I think we may have stopped a little while ago. Yeah, you guys get literature. Clerical literature. I don't know what production efficiency does. But sure. Yeah, a lot more starting to turn a little more blue. We are coming up on the... Oh shit, there we are. One that can go above 10. Into the decline. The worst is, in fact, behind us. Alright. Yeet. He's doing a great job. So we're gonna look to break things down. I don't know what. 103,000 watts. 31 nobles. Yeah. So the good news is I seem to just be able to start revoking things, which I'm more than happy to just start doing. Yeah. Let's see. What do you guys get that does a lot of decentralization? Because really, that's what I want to fight. You know? Elite Council. Let's just shoot that one. That puts it negative 97, but that's fine. Alright. Just keep ripping things out of them. And maybe eventually we can start changing our society for the better. Yeah. Alright. Maybe. We don't have any burgers, unfortunately. Which is kind of wild when you think about it. Alright, well, that area is now done. How big your manpower pool is? Yep. Because here's the thing. Each one of these doesn't just grant me monthly money. You know? It grants me manpower. Alright. Yeah, so that's all the only true broken one, it looks like. Depends the right to fight for their true emperor. Yep. I mean, clearly I'm the emperor. Look at how much farmland I own. And it's mine because I put a fence around it. Good. Alright. Doing well. I mean, we can now make 250 spare money a fucking month. It's an omen. Well, that's unfortunate. What happened? Oh, I revoked some privileges from the nobles. I don't really need stability, nor do I really care much for it. Oh no, guys. My pops might be more likely to revolt, and, you know, -4 great power score. Hold on, apparently it's 0.22 right now. Yeah, you guys collapsed under power. Alright, I can get rid of it all now. Yeet. Yeet. That one just seems good, I don't know. Only nobles as leaders is just annoying anyway. Eh. Game, I don't believe it. Yeah, alright, so. We just ripped the heart out of... Where's it? cost 20 to do. Yeah, the rest still will cost me. Yeah, we've got a lot of peasants, so. But the good news is we just ripped the heart out of the nobility and cast it into the fires of Mount Doom so that it may never return. In short, I think I just sped run. Honestly, fuck it. Let's build however many this region needs. That way I don't have to look over here anymore. There. And I am now developing the south at maximum speed. I'll toss another one down there just in case. Alright. Third ducats income is wild. Yeah, so you want to know how much money I'm making in comparison to the shogunate? Yeah. We are perfectly balanced with the shogunate, it says. I now make... I'm going to be shortly making twice as much money as them. Making sure that's potentially muster. No, thankfully the Shogun is a moron and doesn't realize all this economic power. And the Shogun is actually really screwed because the Shogun cannot have a professional army. Fun fact. That seems really rough. Yep. I still have no idea. Yeah, sure. Let me see. Can recruit regiments here. I don't know. I want somewhere that's flatlands. Build there. That way I can recruit regiments there and stuff. But yeah. You can see the effective extent of the Shogun's authority if you think about it here, for whatever reason. And maybe there's a reason for it. Sure. Just random one there. Alright. Yeah, getting enough weaponry is ironically not going to be the part of the problem for us. Let's go. Make weapons if we really fucking need them. Yep, and I'm pretty sure I will have to. So. Clerical literature. Nice. Alright. So you guys suddenly have some influence again. Spiritualist, spiritualist, traditionalist. I really want to get rid of this if I can. Free subjects, yep. But yeah, we're on our way to centralization now, almost. Like, alarmingly close. Do that. That'll tick us more towards a capital economy quick. I think we're fine. For the most part. Improvements in bureaucracy. Perfect. So, hear me out. Rather than strengthening government. No, okay. You can't do a change title value on a separate one. Alright. Alright, so they are seemingly unable to reinforce, which is a concern. Yeah, in owned and controlled territory in combat. Okay. Alright, it seems like there's a decent number here that I cannot actually build. Oh, that one I can. For whatever reason. So I'll just leave those out. We'll see about doing another round after. But for now, let's just build as much as this region can stand, you know? Conveniently, we can just do that. And still a pile of extra money. Oh, I can just shift click to max build. Perfect. There. It looked like those actually decreased, question mark? I don't know. There might be something to it I don't actually truly understand. You know? Ah. Good news. I can actually marry somebody. Yeah, Chicago Trade. No. Plan of cattle. Alright. Lack of access to goods. Oof, minus 20 stability. Not what I like to see. Alright. Is there any special, like, reinforce? Yeah, recruit directly to the army. So, initiative. Okay, so that's reinforced chance. Good to know. You know, go for the offense. Alright, I suppose I should consider making some Tateras. Yeah, I'll build 11 Tateras here. How can a vessel be a great power? I'm not actually a vassal. Nor am I a vessel. But I assume you meant vassal. So that's how. Because I am a rogue imperial court. No, you won't, Bish. Nobody can figure this shit out. I've turned this game into a cookie clicker on day one. Anyway, so the Tertara. Yeah, produce weapons. Good. All right, there is now an unlimited supply of weapons in the Kyoto market. Perfect. All right. So many buttons. I don't even click half of them yet. That's part of the fun. They need to be good. I guess 64 is fine. So. As many archers. No. Cool. How many did I just build? Who the fuck knows? I don't know. Impossible to say. I think it's trying to build 1 billion footmen. Which is fine. Oh yeah, overseas trading post. Can I build those in the Yuan? Assuming anything's left in the Yuan. Do you guys like me enough yet? No. Fair enough. Improve relations with you. Get to it. The way I felt some things would be on to. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. Try building there. See what happens. Sometimes they just glitch out. I don't know. Began rebellion. Yeah. Open location menu. Yeah, I might be recruiting as far as I can tell. What am I recruiting? Still a lot of footmen. Holding shift. Okay. Let's maybe just cancel fucking everything until I have any idea what the hell I actually have for an army right now. Okay, I think I have 1,700 footmen. No, okay, I have apparently a decent number. Alright. So what does control do? 5? Cool. 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't know. 1-to-1 ratio of footmen to archers. We'll just start with that and see where that gets us. Our morale's apparently garbage. The way of tea. Alright. Sure. Running out of things to get here. Ooh, literacy for the clergy. Cool. Alright. But yeah, we're gonna put out 4,000 troops and see what happens. I don't know. I mean, the Ashikaga, like, I make twice as much as they do. Yeah, sure. Let's sponsor the Noble Arts. Banish. Okay. Oh. Yep. Point you there. Oh shit, I got an 89 guy. But apparently he can't be a general. Alright. Well. Unfortunate. Alright. God, we're trying to fight against decentralization. Where do we even get decentralization from? Building road rights, abolish the examination system. Oh, yeah. I guess that's a thing. I can try and change that. Grant mineral quartz, grant communal lands. Oh no, that's the thing. Market fairs. Field administration and traditional law. Okay. Unmarried adult heir. There you go. Claim throne. Certainly an option. Alright. It's just against a random clan. I don't care. So yeah, once we have 4,000 troops, I'm going to grab a save and just declare war and see what they end up actually having in response. You know? And also just to see what my theoretical army is able to do. You know? Well, this all seems terrible. Unfortunately, I have to, like, shuttle it around a fair bit. Okay. Who the fuck knows where these things are anymore? And there's no auto, is there? So God help me. I'm gonna need a 20-part YouTube tutorial. Yeah. Alright. I have no idea how the fucking, like, combat system works yet, so... Balance. Oh, there we are. Thank God. That means I have to do a little less thinking, at least. Alright. So this is probably good enough. I'm gonna grab the save. So, you. Apparently I have no possibility. Ah, yes, I need to recreate the Nanbokucho Didai CB. Probably because it fucking expired because I went off to go build an empire first. Mabi. Understandable. Have a nice day. Alright, hold on. Wrong buttons. Hostile actions. Covert actions. Anywhere. Build a spy network. Enemy. So, everyone I try and improve my relations with fucking dies. Or becomes an enemy. There. Okay. Recruit some regulars. There's not enough horses. Very good. Yeah, horses are one thing I can't actually provide, so fair enough. I think I clicked 11 times. Who the fuck knows? Alright. I was in naval range. Okay, nothing is in naval range for me, though. Because I don't have a naval range. Although, to be fair, I might be able to get around that building a clan shipyard. There's not enough weaponry. Alright, well, let's build a clan shipyard. This seems reasonable. You got it, nobles. I can, in fact, provide. I mean, the Kuge are kind of dead in the water. At this point, it is just the crown and the peasants, which is somewhat terrifying. It's getting pretty cheap to revoke these privileges, at least, so... Intricate web beaker. Alright. So yeah, there was something else I wanted to look at, which was laws. Alright, that's 88 for that. Hold on, this is monthly progress to centralization. Which is, I think, why I took that. Are you telling me it's in reverse? Oh yeah, I guess it's minus 0.1 there, that's fair. It's traditional law, market fairs, estate privilege. Granted to the burghers. Is there a way to show all of the estates? Because, yeah, the burghers don't exist. I need a trade office or something, and that hopefully should employ some burghers, question mark? Yeah. Yeah, sure, fuck. Pay 900 for a guy. Alright. Kofuku. Granted, yeah. Like, just hypothetically. Is not in Asia. I see, so. See, go show. A generation of cowards. Yeah, purge them. Hey, I got men to spare. On that note, how are we doing here? Ready to create a possibility yet? Looks like it. Alright, we got the Nanboku Jedi CB. And nearly 6,000 men. Alright, let's just see what happens. I think I'll win, but honestly, I have no real functional ability to tell how strong the shogunate is. You know? Oh wait, no, we're not ready yet, because there's the possibility creation process. Right. Yes, of course. How silly of me. It's not instant like an EU4. My apologies. Yeah, there it is. John, random new world. I don't think it's actually a setting here, but no. At least unless it's on by default, in which case, God help us. I can handle it. So, is there any building I can reasonably build that, nobles, yeah. Nobles, yeah, burgers. So, I need to be able to build a trade office. This foreign building in this market's location. Yeah, there's the issue of rural settlement. I'm trying to see if there is actually any, like, coastal city anywhere. There's gotta be. I wish I could know what, like, my naval range is, how it's calculated, etc. Because I really have no fucking idea. Good news is, after I become the Shogun, after I become Japan, because I'm the Emperor, that shouldn't be much of an issue. Alright, the Shogun has decided to move its army ready to go. I don't know, is the CB done yet? No. Month of progress is 14, so it'll be done in like 2 months. 1 more month. Alright, I now have 6,000 men. Good. Gross Belize gained. On that note, I'd like to balance this. Save game, save, and see what we can do. I think we win. I don't know. I don't know how the fucking war works in this game yet. Oh yes, we don't have a diplomat to perform this action. And this is fair. Okay. Yep. It'll take like 6 months. 2 ticks per day for a game that lasts 600 years. I don't know. Is there 2 ticks per day? There's a lot more than 2 ticks per day. Alright, just like 2 more months. Wish it's early, yep. Anyway, it's mostly fine. Like, the ticks don't really matter, you know? Because oftentimes the things that are kind of put on the smallest tick will barely be noticeable. That's mostly, I think, going to be used. Alright. And so we march on to Kyoto. Oh yeah, I should probably pay my troops. That's a thing. Yeah, they do not even fight. Lack of food. So, how the fuck does food work? I think there's a serious issue where I actually maybe don't have food. I don't know. But it is seemingly trying to... like, reinforce, so that's good. Look, I'm gonna be real here. The assaulted whiskey. Once more into the breach. There's 34 defenders. We need to actually hold Kyoto. They got fucking slaughtered because our troops are professionals, and there's our levies, so that's good. Ah. On the other hand, I think they can just kind of win because they can loot my shit. That might be a problem. Wow, we actually did get wiped. Alright. So, can I get rid of this, please? Thank you. They can raid and loot my shit, which is a problem. So, what does Ashikaga actually have? 30,000. Okay. See, that's kind of what I want to know, because I can't tell how many levies they have. It is impossible for me to tell. Wow. I shouldn't say that with such assumption, you know? Because I'm gonna be real here. I have no fucking idea how half the shit here works. So, like, that war declaration was actually more about me trying to check their levies than anything else. You have no idea how to tell. Exactly. So, that was actually the easiest way I had to check their levies, which is a stupid way to do it. But it is a way. It is a way. You know? Early troopers on an hourly check. Basically. Alright. But yeah, no. So that went okay. But it's pretty clear I'm going to need a hell of a lot more shit. So that's fine. You count your troops for me. Yeah, basically. Because here's the thing. Like, I look over this. Like, we are slightly weaker than them. And I'm told they have 306 manpower. They have 400 professional troops. Raise levies. Okay, this actually does it. This just is 66.94 though. I can mouse over this to figure it out, it looks like. That's not bad. So you have 23,000. Because I think this is like based off some weird combat power figure. I don't know. Either way. You know all the information. It does. It's in here somewhere, Stalio. But like, I started playing this game today. I don't know how the fuck to find things in this UI. I have a vague idea of how this shit should work. And I'm letting that carry me. Anyway, I'm gonna need probably like 4 armies, I guess. On the plus side, that should mean that the assault on Kyoto should be easy enough. Alright. I also need to make sure I actually occupy something. Like, in fairly short order. Like, if I could just take this region so that way I can, like, resupply off of it, that's probably helpful. You know? Okay. Like I said, I declared the war so I could learn. Anyway, I think this is probably a good place for me to call the episode. Or call the stream, rather. I have been streaming for 8 hours. For the people watching on YouTube, it's, you know, been like 3. That's fine. The first 5 hours were me fucking about trying to figure out what the hell I was actually doing. and running into a multitude of game-breaking bugs. So, yeah. Also, if anyone wants to know if they should buy this game, fuck no. God, no. I have run into so many game-breaking bugs, and somehow my first successful run involved me playing Cookie Clicker. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been your Leo Skillman, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.